There are more who can yet be saved.
Welcome back.
We ought to choose our next destination.
So I changed
based on the
to
movement
Mystic
of the
Spearhand
cloud.
because I know I haven't played any Mystic Spearhand. So what I'm gonna do is check on Captain Brand and see what's up.
Your Majesty.
And this episode is after the patch when they give you the option to take away motion blur. So I took away motion blur.
How glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world. Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your Majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was altered, His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I cannot bring myself to leave my own mother behind. If I cannot convince her, I mean to remain here and share in her fate. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate, and I would fain welcome your assistance. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Okay, should be easy enough. As for his mom, I'm just gonna drag her in here. That way, he'll come with me too. I'll try and save as many as I can.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health.
Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, far be it from me to deny you. But I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son. So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy.
Not that I was asking for. Come on.
What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards! Help me!
Oh, that was dumb. This room's over here. Right across, I went around. Here you go.
You have brought Mother to me. I see. My thanks, friend. You have done me a great service.
You're welcome.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her. This was in Mother's room. I did wonder where it had gotten off to. But why would she... Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wish to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided. Had I only been more attentive, if I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together, we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Can I leave now? Oh, cool. Now to persuade some merchants. Wait. Right, because I never used the front gate. Another thing that I want to check. Because I know that the Regalia sword, the one that I fixed, it's supposed to be in here somewhere.
I find dressing for these occasions awful.
Because supposedly they have it like here in display, but I can't see it. I guess there's nothing.
Be gone with you, ruffian. These carts are mine. I paid good gold for them. And if you think I'll surrender a single one, you'd best think again. I require the use of all of them to transport my wealth to safety.
What an asshole.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I've just sold off my last cart. That fellow over there gave me a handsome price for half a dozen of them.
Be gone with you, ruffian. These carts, and if you think I'll surrender a single one, you'd best think again. I require the use of all of them to transport my wealth to safety. Fine. What are you doing? Put that away. No, spare me. I pray you. I fear for my life.
Well, reckon he won't be coming back here in a hurry. As a matter of fact, I'd like to thank you for that. It didn't sit right, see? Having my wares claimed by some puffed-up minister trying to save his own skin. Anyhow, as long as I've got my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. And if that craven comes crawling back, I'll tell him bandits took them.
Minister Allard has fled, and good
Do I go back to the castle? I'm guessing. Yes.
riddance. I doubt there ever was a more cravenly character in all Vermund.
I quite agree.
Though, something that I'm gonna say is the motion blur didn't actually bother me in this game. Because you can actually see it in other games and not in this one as much.
Only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
I've not trained for this.
Just straight across.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
Oh, there's a chest. Didn't see that. Oh. Cool. So this is the second place where you can get the portly clothes. Nope. Wrong button.
Such quietude is a blessing. Well, it's rooted in the soil of Landrum.
So I'm guessing that's done here. I'm gonna check on the volcanic camp. Because I completely forgot about them when I went to the other one.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
It appears we found the...
The Batali Knights use this place to train. You're not one of us, so I cannot imagine you've any business being here. Pray, leave us in peace. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you've traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense. But as for his wife, well, suffice to say, Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party, as 'twere. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
Ah,
Okay.
I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife. Well, I only hope we can convince them to join the evacuation.
I quite agree.
I mean, it shouldn't be that bad, because we proved to her that we're trustworthy. Golden beetle. I'm gonna get them first and then deal with Crystal later.
Battle is one to pit us against our fellows, but that does not make cutting them down easier to bear.
Right you are.
Oh, too far. That's something that I noticed, that the tracking for that attack is not that good. It should be like Blink Strike from the fighter.
There's something strange about the way time passes here.
Indeed. All we once held to be true is now changed.
Is there no way to return things to how they were before?
What is that?
Magic's are at your disposal!
Give me items.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
Right, the
No
goblins.
sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. I grant you, I did right.
That's something really cool.
Fight on.
You can just do like executions really quick.
Mayhap there was somewhat overdone. No matter.
Nice.
That was hard won.
What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against
It's a skillful bit of thievery. You do your vocation proud.
Yep, there's the camp. There's to the right. But I'm gonna kill the goblins first before going there.
It takes a strange ilk to elect to dwell in such hinterlands as these.
It's a lonely place, to be sure.
So yeah, the skills that I have with the Mystic Spear Hand are the dash, the counter, the shield, and the spear gun.
Magics are at your disposal.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
Nope.
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own. I couldn't bear to be pressed in among those crowds.
Now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear, come hell or high water. Besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust by now. Helped me out of a tight spot on more than one occasion, if you'll recall. After all that goodwill and the long trek out here to warn us, we'd seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another helping hand extended only in kindness.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. It seems we'll be accepting your offer after all, friend. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Sure.
Let us see our
So I'm guessing if we get into trouble, she'll fight.
Be
I'm
mindful.
guessing.
The path seems much changed since last we walked it.
Well, here we are.
Nice.
How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Ser Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Hey, the Wayfarer.
Sir, I implore you
Warfarer.
to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, he thinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is as my...
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Course ye'd make a decent request like that. Aye, fine. I'll do it. Seeing as ye're the one asking. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind, but you've my word. I'll get him to safety.
Nice.
He seems to have acquiesced. Sir Ernesto will be thrilled to hear it, I'm sure.
I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. We shall fare much better on the road with Sir Lamond's arm to defend us. 'Twill be slow going, mind. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
The people of Volcanic Island.
Okay, since we're done with them and everyone here, let's take care of this beacon. Since we're here.
Chaos intact.
Right you are.
Okay, another one like the one from Vanworth. But now I can do some melee.
Formidable though it may be, we must challenge and defeat it all the same.
We try and get the shield on. Hopefully the window works. Okay. Good.
That attack was devastating. We ought to keep our distance whenever 'tis unleashed.
Oh, I have no stamina. Oh, I fell. Oh. What am I doing? Get up! Don't know how that didn't get me, but... I was struggling to get them more now than with the mystic, with the magic archer. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong one. Kept pressing the left trigger instead of the right trigger. Oh, so now it's the neck. Let me revive the fighter.
Hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist.
Forgive me for being a burden.
That doesn't work. Right, I am done. Never mind. Oh, we're gonna use the spear gun there.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Nice.
Creature is gone. Let us revel in the knowledge that this region has escaped its destruction.
Is there anything nearby before I leave? Wasn't that bad with the Mystic Spearhand. Okay, next. Let's check back Batal. But before that, let me check the map because I'm thinking that I'm done with the there's again the statue because yeah, earlier it was there but then it wasn't there. Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't here when I checked the map. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to check this out, but since I'm in back Batal, I might as well check whatever I have to do here.
You've pushed your luck too far.
I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarreling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it.
As a matter of fact, do you recall when I was a fighter? Fervently defending you with sword.
Ah, Sir
You might
Arisen.
be a fighter soon.
You are returned, I see.
If I can find some cool armors. If not, you stay as a thief.
I could not stand to be
or
away
mage.
from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes, and should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
Flared tempers are understandable, given the circumstances.
I'll not take that from you! I'll not take that from you!
You've pushed your luck too far.
Okay. See what's up over here on the left.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This is between us.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
Huh. Oh wow, they're beating my ass.
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you can just cut us down in the street?
Yes.
What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll set our squabble aside for today, so bother us no more.
That's done.
I've wares aplenty, as you can see.
Well met.
Oi! I saw it first. Trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into him. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
Aye, clear off. Pretty words shan't fill our bellies.
You said it's bad to hurt people.
Right, I got stuff on me.
Wow! Thanks, sir. Say, Rakim, would you like some? I can't eat all this myself.
Really? Thanks. That's mighty kind of you. If only our fathers could do the same.
Oi, leave my kid alone.
You're not some child snatcher, are you?
Wait.
No.
You shared your food with them. Thank you, sir. As for you, Nomos, it would seem we were both but looking out for our children, hey?
Aye. Mayhap we're not so different after all. And we both had children fed. We've no reason to quarrel.
The desire to protect one's kin transcends race and culture. It just goes to show
There's another one
we are
over
none
here.
of us so different.
A resounding success.
You're just riding on your father's coattails!
You slander my honor, sir! I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Narborough, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task?
Sure.
You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further. Come, Scario. Prepare yourself.
Have at you! Let this be a dream, a nightmare. 10 times stronger than I'll ever be. No more.
The month I spent with Lord Phases
So
was
far
a
she's
queer
winning.
experience indeed. I was conscious of nothing. Nothing that is save your presence, Master. Full glad I am that we have been reunited.
Yep, that's where our heartening thoughts end.
No?
The world is now in peril, and there is much to be done.
She did get staggered.
I admit it. I underestimated your skill. The loss is mine.
Nay, 'twas I who underestimated you. I'd thought to score an easy victory, but you fought fair and capably.
We owe you a debt, sir. 'Tis on your account that we've seen some sense. Were it not for your timely appearance, I'd wager this nonsense might have cost one of us their life.
Indeed. Better to hone our respective skills than take up arms against petty slights, I say.
It
Yay.
seems some things can only be resolved by crossing blades. But I doubt they'll
But what
quarrel
about this two that you're fighting?
Such moments make me
Or is it
proud
resolved?
to serve the Arisen.
Oh, okay.
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods, but I cannot deny your efficacy. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, we need not expect too much opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles.
Assuming she's something on the palace.
Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you'll accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought be willing to commence the evacuation now.
Hopefully.
Very well, if I must.
One thing that I really want to get, since I enjoyed playing fighter, is the sword and shield. And the daggers for the thief. Or I don't know. I'll just get like weapons for all the classes that I enjoyed, like sorcerer, fighter.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's done for back Batal.
Evacuated. I am certain we can rely upon Sir Manella to keep the peace.
Nice.
Outstanding.
But we'll continue on in the next episode. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.